All right, so if you ultimately made this move from the city of Chicago to the Chicago Burbs, there's one thing that you cannot do anymore, and that's say that you live in the city of Chicago anymore. It's true, a lot of people that live here in the Burbs always say they live in the city of Chicago, but we ultimately don't. But, ultimately, I get a lot of people that reach out to me from YouTube or my agent partners from the city that, people relocating from the city to the Burbs, ask me like, oh, what's so great about it? And when I host open houses as well, I notice a lot of people coming through those open houses are actually people from the city of Chicago. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some of the reasons that I hear all the time and, kind of my thoughts on why people are relocating from the city of Chicago to the Chicago suburbs. And we're getting after it right now. Check it out. What's going on YouTube? Blankenship here, your favorite Chicagoland realtor with Keller Williams for your properties. And before you guys, come at me in the comments or shoot me a text or email or whatever, talking about my hat right now because it's not a Cubs or a Sox hat. My longtime subscribers know that I lived in California for close to 2 years, so hence the reason I'm wearing this hat. But let's just jump right into this video on why people are leaving the city of Chicago for the suburbs. And one of the big things that I hear all the time is ultimately for more space, right? So, we've been in this pandemic for more than 2 years now, and it's kind of altered the ways of people's day-to-day lives and kind of their normal living situations. So I've noticed a lot of people that are kind of relocating here from the city of Chicago to the burbs. And, I have the conversations with them, especially at open houses, that, they have 2-bed, 2-bath condos, south of 1,800 square feet. And it's probably $500,000 there, depending what part of the city of Chicago they're in. And ultimately here in the Chicago suburbs, $500,000 can probably get you, north of 2,400 square footage, above living square footage. So your main level living area and your second floor if you have a 2-story home. Plus ultimately either a full or a partial basement and probably 4-bed, 2.5-bath, honestly. And that's kind of the average, and you're probably getting a 1/4 acre of a lot, a little less or a little more, but really depending on the areas that you're really looking in, whether it be the western suburbs, North Shore, the northern suburbs, southwest burbs, kind of anywhere in between. Home prices will fluctuate a bit, but ultimately here in the Chicago burbs, what you can expect, especially coming from the city of Chicago, if you just don't know what the real estate market's kind of looking like over here, is that that's ultimately kind of how it is. You can spend, significantly, less if you want to, or you can spend significantly more. I have a lot of clients that reach out to me from YouTube that ultimately get pre-approved for, let's say $700,000, $800,000, but they ultimately only want to spend $400,000. A lot of times I tell my clients is that, really figure out and work backwards on what you are comfortable with when it comes to monthly mortgage wise, right? Because at the end of the day, we got to remember is that, you're not paying that purchase price every month, you're paying that monthly mortgage, and that's what's initially coming out of your pocket. So yeah, one thing that people are relocating from the city of Chicago here to the burbs is ultimately for more space. For many of those reasons above that I just said, but all more space. So, especially with this pandemic, a lot more people can work from home. So, things that I've noticed that are major key are offices, mud rooms, and, just space in the basement for ultimately storage. Number 2 is schools. So a lot of the conversations that I have from the people that are relocating from the city of Chicago to the burbs is that, it's not just, 1 or 2 people anymore. People are starting families and stuff like that. So they're relocating here for the schools here. I work primarily the western suburbs, if you guys have watched my videos before, but my team and I cover a great part of the Chicagoland area. So shameless plug, if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in the Chicagoland area, comment down below because my team and I would be absolutely honored to help you guys out. My information is down below in the description. Call, text, shoot me an email. Subscribe to this video because I make content just like this for you guys, and I've been pumping it out weekly for the past month now. But yeah, schools is a big thing, right? A lot of the conversations I'm having, people reach out for schools, and if you watch any of my videos before, I drop a lot of links to niche.com because ultimately the best thing to do is kind of do your due diligence and figure out what school is best for you and your family going forward. A lot of my clients and a lot of people that reach out, and what people are doing to get savvy is they're joining the local Facebook groups and kind of asking those questions on what the school district or specific elementary school that you might want your kids to enroll in, how that school is. They're calling schools and they're doing a lot of research online as well because you can ultimately find a lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, you got to make sure that, the school that you're, ultimately choosing is right for you, and doing the research up front can go a long, long way because ultimately what I'm doing is I'm just reading the facts of what's happening on niche.com and stuff like that. I can't really tell you what school to go to and all that good stuff. But, if you have a specific elementary school that you're looking for here in the Chicago burbs, like if you're looking in Glen Ellen, Wheaton, or any of the surrounding suburbs up north, or even down south, my team and I, we can put you on a specific search and really categorize and dial that in to get you into a certain neighborhood that gets you and feeds you into that certain elementary school. So the number two thing, what I've noticed, especially having a lot of conversations with people that are relocating from the city of Chicago to the burbs, is ultimately because of schools. They're starting families and stuff like that, and just kind of all that good stuff. So that's number two. Number three is convenience. Ultimately, I've never lived in the city of Chicago, but if I did, I would absolutely have loved to, just get rid of my car and just have everything at my fingertips, whether it comes to grocery, restaurants, and anything else that I really needed. But one thing I could have never imagined was just going outside and just jumping out there in the winter and, ultimately taking public transport kind of every single place I go to. But here in the burbs, it's super convenient depending where you live in the suburbs, and we can really dial it in when it comes to neighborhoods, but you can just jump in your car ultimately and get from point A to B or anywhere you need to go, errands and stuff like that. I couldn't imagine going to Trader Joe's or Jewel Osco and having like so many bags and just hauling them around the city of Chicago just to get back to my condo, apartment, or whatever I would be living in. And here in the burbs, I live in Glen Allen, like you guys know from a lot of my videos, is that, it's super convenient for me to get to, Whole Foods, Pete's Market, Jewel Osco, probably less than 10 minutes, more like that 5 to 7 minute range. Can I go to Chick-fil-A all the time? Yes, it's probably 7 minutes away from my house, and there's ultimately a lot of cool restaurants I can go to. And the convenience too, if I want to get to the city, there's a few ways I can do it. Is that ultimately I can Uber, but we have trains here as well. The train line that I would take is UPW to get from the downtown Glen Allen train station all the way to the city of Chicago, and you can ultimately drive and take the highway. I'm probably about 45 minutes here in the western burbs, but depending where you live here in the Chicago suburbs, if you're all the way east to Elmhurst area, it's a more convenient drive, and you can kind of go along that north and south from Elmhurst and be probably 25-30 minutes from the city of Chicago. So there's a lot of convenience, especially in the winter here when it comes to living in the city of Chicago, or Chicago suburbs compared to the city of Chicago. Sorry guys, but you can just jump in your car and it's pretty much easy to do a lot of things here and just get around from point A to B instead of being on your feet all the time, or just walking to a grocery store and being able to have that car to actually pack it up to the brim. And you're probably not likely to have a car over there in the city, and with the parking situation, everything like that, especially if you own a single family home here, you either have probably a detached or an attached garage. There in the city of Chicago, I've never owned or lived in the city like I said, but if you're renting, you're probably paying for a parking spot, or two, if you live in a condo and you own a condo, is that you probably have to buy your parking spot there as well. So that's number three, is just the convenience of ultimately just getting around here in the burbs. Also, while this might not be a massive thing for people relocating from the city of Chicago to the burbs, but a lot of the conversations I've had, especially from just you guys on YouTube, my agent partners talking to me about their client, or just the open houses that I host and people coming in from the city of Chicago, is that ultimately a lot of people move here just to be closer to family. And what I've noticed is a lot of people that do live in the city, especially a lot of my friends and colleagues and stuff like that, is a lot of times they're from the Chicago suburbs already and ultimately. So they kind of just have their fun in the city of Chicago, enjoy that lifestyle, but then ultimately come back here to the burbs. So while that might not be a big reason for a lot of different people that live in the city of Chicago coming to the burbs right now, that's a big thing that I've come across to the people that I chat with. And ultimately for me, the same is that, like I said, I didn't live in the city of Chicago, but I lived in California, Pasadena to be specific, Pasadena area, but I lived there for close to 2 years, and ultimately I came back here because I miss family. So from what I've noticed from a lot of the conversations I've had, is that if you're watching this video and that hits you to the heart, a lot of people do move back from the city of Chicago here to the burbs, and ultimately they want to be closer to family. Maybe you have kids and you want to be closer to your parents, so you have babysitters, kind of like my sister likes having my parents being really close to have babysitters. But ultimately, if you like this video, drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, because it'll tell YouTube I'm good job at making this video kind of thing. And if you're considering buying, selling, or investing in real estate, and if you're thinking about relocating for the city of Chicago here to the burbs, my team and I would be absolutely honored to help you guys out. Call, text, shoot me an email. All my information is down below in the description, and watch one of these videos up here on the screen right now and comment on what hat I should probably wear next on the next video. But I will see you guys on the next video.